Hi guys, welcome, and today I'm going to show you my current hair routine using all affordable products you can get at Walmart, Target, CVS, Sally's, or really any beauty supply. So these products give me great results the first day with lots of volume, but still keeps my curls very defined and moisturized without having a lot of frizz. So in this video, I'll be using Camille Rose Moisture Milk, Miss Jessie's Multicultural Curls, and the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Sculpting Gel. I'm also going to show you how I diffuse my hair, add volume, sleep on my curls at night, and also show you how I refresh my hair in the morning so that I can keep my hair looking neat throughout the week. I wanted to be super transparent with you guys and just show you exactly what my hair looks like without any product in it. I used this shampoo and conditioner in the shower, and then I just rinsed it out, and I didn't put any leave-in conditioner, no curl cream, no gel, nothing. This is just what my hair looks like with no product in it. So today I'm gonna be styling my hair dry, so it's gonna take a little bit longer. Usually I just style my hair as soon as I get out of the shower because it's soaking wet, and that's the easiest thing to do. I already have a tutorial on that though, so I figured I'd try something different. So the first step to styling my hair is detangling it. So to do that, I'm just gonna use my water, my leave-in conditioner, and my detangling brush. And today I'm gonna use this wet brush because it works wonders. So this right here is why it's just easier to do it right after you get out of the shower, because if you wait for your hair to dry, you're just gonna have to wet it again. Anyway, huge tip though, your hair curls and detangles a lot easier if you do it while it's soaking wet. So whenever a comb goes through my hair or whenever I'm putting products on it, I make sure to only put it on soaking wet hair. Now that my hair is wet, I'm gonna put a little bit of leave-in conditioner just so I can start to detangle it. First thing I do is detangle it with my fingers to try and get as many of those knots out as possible without ripping my hair out. And then if there's like still a few more knots at the bottom, I just take the water again, make sure it's, silky. And then I just use the wet brush in the shower or while I'm styling it because it detangles my hair so easily. I really like Camille Rose so far. Their leave-in conditioner is very rich, and I think it does a really good job of like priming my hair for curl cream. After I put in the leave-in conditioner, the next step is to use a curl cream. So Miss Jessie's Multicultural Curls is awesome. They have never let me down. And basically what makes this product different from other curly creams is first off, it's a styling lotion. So it's kind of like a mixture between a leave-in conditioner and a gel. It's very moisturizing. But it also doesn't have like a lot of grease or oil, so it never leaves my hair weighed down. It always gives me really big fluffy day one hair, which is my favorite. So I like to use this product when I'm going for the poofier look. And a little bit goes a long way with this, so I'm just gonna use like a little finger amount on each half. I don't like to use a comb when I am putting in the curl cream because my hair is already thoroughly detangled since I combed it out with the leave-in conditioner. And I noticed that if I use a brush throughout the whole time while I'm styling it, it sort of disrupts my natural curl pattern. But if I do it this way and rake it through and use like the praying hands and the scrunching, then it sort of preserves the curls that are naturally like prone to clumping together, and that's what really helps my hair last in the long run, because if I were to use a comb, then it would sort of separate all those curls and it would cause more frizz. After I put all of the curl cream in my hair, my curls like already have started to sort of clump together, and what I do at this part is sort of just help it curl a little bit extra. I take the section about this size and then I grab a piece and I just like run my fingers around it a couple times. So this is what the side looks like when I finger coil it. So everything just looks really defined already before I even dry it. And then this is the side of my hair with just the curl cream and the leave-in conditioner. So it definitely makes a big difference when you take that extra step and just add those little finger coils at the bottom of your hair after you put that curl cream on. So I'm just gonna do the same thing on this side. again, just making sure that I pull my hair away from my scalp before I start finger coiling it to avoid flat roots. Now that I've put these lazy little finger coils in my hair, the last step is to just put gel on each section before you move on to the next one. And this just helps it dry in a cast, and it basically keeps your curls exactly preserved where they are before your hair dries. I have been looking for a really long time to find a good gel because I used to use the Archangel gel by Diva Curl, but Diva Curl has some shady stuff going on right now, so I'm gonna let them finish up with all of these court cases, and then I'll think about using their product again. So this is the gel that I'm using today. It's Curl Talk by Not Your Mother's. It smells divine. It has a very gentle smell. It kind of smells like fresh laundry, in a good way. So I take the gel and I just rub it all over my hands, and I really only apply it to like the bottom half of the hair. I put it on there really gently too. So then with this piece, I'm gonna section it off one by one and just be sure to pull it away from my scalp. So don't comb it down and then finger coil, but instead comb it up. It's not so much finger coiling, but more like curl enhancing, because you're not really forcing a curl, but you're more so just helping your natural curl, you know, form into these clumps instead of just a whole bunch of curls. And just move section by section until I do all these curls. And then the last step, just spot check to make sure I didn't cause any frizz or need to recurl any pieces. So the reason that I save the top for last is because this is where my hair is most damaged. So I always like to take just a little bit extra time to make sure that, you know, it's curling and it's doing what it's supposed to do. Detangle with my leave-in. Okay, and now that my hair is detangled, put just a little bit of Miss Jessie's curl cream. And just whenever you put any of these products on, just try and make sure to really comb through your hair with your fingers as much as possible, just to make sure that the product is evenly distributed and all your curls are getting that leave-in and curl cream. It's easier to do this with an actual brush, but again, I don't really like to use brushes when I style my hair. So the first thing I'm gonna do is my bangs. I pull down a section like this big forward, and I just start raking through it with my hands and then making little finger coils around. And this one I actually do take the time to make sure like my finger coils are neat, just because they're my bangs, so they're sitting like right on top of my face. And then after my bangs are done, I just take another section, bring it forward, and I just do the exact same thing. So I detangle it with my hands first, and then I just start curling it forward. And now for the last section, which is the crown of my head. I like to just curl these in all different types of directions. So this is what makes me not have any sort of middle part or just any awkward, you know, flatness on the top of my head. And then after all my curls are done, the last thing I'm gonna do is just put that Curl Talk gel. So I'm gonna start with my bangs, and all I do is just wrap my jelly hands around the ringlets. This is also a really good time to do that spot correcting and just making sure there's no frizzy curls. This is what my hair looks like after 15 minutes of air drying. It's still in the gel cast and it's a little bit damp, like towards my roots and in the back. And so for the rest of my hair drying, I'm going to be diffusing so I can pick it out and make it voluminous. Okay, so here's my diffuser, and a little tip, I like to use mine separately. It makes it a little bit easier to maneuver my hand around and to just like control where I put the heat and stuff like that. So if you can see when I'm diffusing, I start at the bottom and I dry it there, and then I move up towards the top. So I'm gonna do the same side over here. What really helps my hair stand in all directions, like all over, is the fact that I dry my hair forward. So I probably spend the most time drying with my head upside down, or just with my curls over my head in some way. So this is my hair completely dry. I've diffused it and it's no longer wet to the touch or anything. And it's very defined, but it's not as big as I usually like it because I really like big, huge, fluffy hair. And even though this one is very neat, I usually would save these for like more conservative settings. But for my everyday natural hair look, I definitely like to add a lot more volume. So there's 2 steps to getting volume. The first step is to separate curl clusters very gently, and then the second step is to just sort of pick and fluff it out. And sometimes I use my hair dryer to just kind of like add a little bit more volume, but definitely picking makes a huge difference just as long as you keep it at the roots. And then separating curl clusters just basically gives you a lot more volume because it adds more curls to your hair. So like here's an example. So sometimes I just separate these like as much as I can to add more volume and more curls. So I basically just separate curls all over, and that tends to add a lot more volume. The shape is starting to come together, but I think we can go a little bigger. So I'm going to use my pick and just kind of fluff it everywhere at the roots. So I start with my bangs and I just bring those forward. I like to pick very gently at first, so I like start behind my bangs and I just keep bringing hair forward. And I just continuously bring hair forward all the way from the back of my head.
So that's really all I do for my curly hair routine, and then to preserve my curls at night, I just put it up in a very loose ponytail on the top of my head, and I keep my bangs out so that it's really easy to refresh in the morning.
Okay, so this is my hair the following morning after I slept on it. Also, I got a new camera in the middle of filming, so please enjoy the rest of this video in higher quality. So the first thing I'm going to do is add some moisture in my hair. I'm going to take this water bottle and just spray the sides and like the back of my head. The next thing I use to refresh my hair in the morning is this All Eyes on Me 10-in-1 Hair Perfector by Not Your Mother's. Then I just take my ponytail out and sort of shake it out above my head. And when I shake my hair out, I make sure that I keep my fingers on my scalp. I don't use my hands and like rub it all over the ends of my curls because that's what's gonna mess up the curls. So what I do is I just like stick my fingers up my scalp and kind of massage my head in the morning and just shake out the curls. So this is what my hair looks like after I refreshed it in the morning. And then this is what it looks like right when I woke up. So it definitely makes a big difference, and it makes your hair look a lot neater, and it also helps your hair last to the next wash day if you have a good refreshment routine in the morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix that side too. So now that my sides and undersides are done, I'm gonna fix up the top as well. So really all I do is I just push my hair forward and then I just spot correct. So I look for any pieces that are super frizzy. So like this, spray water on it. And then the 10-in-1 Perfector. And then I just scrunch it in there to help it curl up a little bit. Okay, so it's been like 15 minutes, so my hair is completely dry now. And then those pieces that I refreshed look pretty curly and consistent with the rest of my hair. The last step is just to pick it out. So I just use my pick and I keep it behind my bangs and I just pick all of it forward. This is definitely my favorite product out of all the 3 that I've used today. So what I would suggest, like if you're curious about if it's gonna work well with your hair texture, is to try the little mini one. That's what I did first, and I just fell in love as soon as I tried the tester and I went back and got the full size. Also, for me to get the most volume at the top, I like to grab the top layer of my hair and just take the pick and stick it behind it and just kind of tease it up. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I tried to put in all the little tips I used when I was figuring out how to perfect my wash and go. So if you have any additional questions, just leave them in the comments, or any suggestions for any other videos you want me to do. Thank you.